It's Kenneth Birdman Company's Black Series Edition LLC. I actually expanded the size of the screen. I actually made it much bigger than what it was before. Because again, like I said, I need to be able to see the screen on a much bigger scale. This right here is our technology that we converted from our Crystal Edge cookbook. We have a lot of ingredients in there, different forms of screen paints that we can upgrade easily by just adding in 3 elements, which make the 57s and 48s. So this one has 48 technology embedded into it. So this used to be a professional 44, which has some of the most insane tests that we've actually run on the screen paint product. But now it also now is upgraded to a 48 because it has the 3 elements that make it 48. So this right here is called our Advanced Ambient Projection 48 Black Series. And we call this the Black Omega 1. This is actually one of the more advanced black technology we have. And as I said before, I expanded the screen size and made it much bigger than what it was before because, again, I need to see this thing on a really big scale in order for me to get an understanding. This thing's going to be to collect light, maintain its white levels and colors. So next week, we're going to be doing 150-inch screen and coat the entire wall with this technology and see how it works out. But other than that, it looks absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's go back and begin. Oh, I should have sound in here too. Also, now we're using our $270 Chrissy projector. We're at full 1080p. Like I said, just 270 bucks, no calibrating. And let me get some light in here too also. Blinds are open, so that way we have plenty of light pushing through the environment. Come back and show you my background, which I like to show off. There's my background. You see everything coming through as it should be. Plenty of light in the environment, nice and bright. So questions we've been getting, what can you paint it on? Well, we have a massive specification sheet, over 8,000 charts in there explaining everything about the technology. Motorized projection screens, fixed screens, painted to your wall, whatever. You know, you're not going to have a problem. The only 2 things we do advise you not to paint on is stucco. That's one of them, and the other one is the polyester tarp. It doesn't really work well with that too well. So while I was in there showing off the other screen, I was in here painting to make the screen larger. Because again, having on a smaller screen, I don't like that because it's a compressed image and I want to expand it. If I had more paint, which I'm out, I don't have any more left, which I had to order more, the ingredients to make it, I'll be able to do, like I said, next Monday. Monday we'll be doing the entire wall, if the product gets here on time. If it doesn't, it'll be Tuesday. But we'll have it primed already by then. Seeing the door crack open, that's Taco pushing through. So what do I like about the black technology? One thing, it has a 100% contrast level. Contrast level allows more detail, more depth to the image. Again, I can't explain this enough, but I like the great technology we have here, but the detail in this thing is actually unfreaking believable. This is why I'm not required to have a projector of an insane amount of contrast because it's not needed. That's why the image looks sharper, it looks brighter. We can make 720p projectors look incredible because the screens are black. They can pull up a much sharper, vivid image. If you're a huge gamer, gaming on black technology is freaking unbelievable. And again, the blacker technology absorbs light much faster. I know I didn't do a fancy paint job. I just basically as we usually do. 9-inch nap rollers, what you want to use. We have all that information at the bottom. If you're going to be using paint sprayers, you can use any one you want. We prefer Wagner 250s, but like I said, it's up to you what you want to use. Now we also have it posted, and we have a primer section, which these are particular services that we do request for you to prime or paint, whatever. Any fabric screens, we just advise you to put 2 applications on. That's so the screen absorbs. Once it absorbs, then you can actually apply our surface. But if we do that, you'll get uneven spots or blotty areas on the screen. If you're doing a child coating protective paint wall, then you definitely have to prime that. I've ran into 2 of these so far. This one and the other one at the house. Everything else you can just roll over. Now, for those of you thinking that I just designed it for the sake of designing it, no, this was for me. This was actually when I got up one morning and I was looking at the wall and I was thinking like a different way on how I want to do the whole entire setup. Everybody has the same setup. They have this whole entire display bottom and they have the screen. I wanted something completely different that nobody else has. What's more insane than basically combining projector mapping and actual projector watching at the exact same time into a screen? So I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea, was basically just to coat the entire wall in black. Not only in black, but we're going to have bookshelves here and bookshelves here, and we're going to have a glass fixture, maybe a statue here. All that is going to be completely submerged in black, even the baseboard. So like a black wall full of different sculptures sticking out from it. And that's so I can project and map what I want in there, my speakers and so forth, and also have 150-inch screen at the same time. No one has that. That's why I wanted it. So I had to figure out how we're going to develop a darker screen paint that will work for my project. And this is what the Lord blessed me with. Now, because my room in the front has a ton of light in there, the screen's going to have to be able to have an extremely good ambient projection technology, which is going to be required, but the Heightener level is going to have to be through the roof in order to maintain white levels. The issue, like I said, when you're dealing with darker technology, one of the problems that they say that they have, we don't have that issue, is where if a screen's darker, it has a very hard time generating white light due to the fact that the surface is black. And if the environment is fully lit, that means it's going to fight the screen even harder. So we have a technology here that can survive in fully lit environments and still generate white light. Anytime we develop black technology, they have to be beasts, because again, they have to go through more punishment than a gray screen or white screen. I have to maintain a 100% black level all times. And then on top of that, be able to see white levels at the same time with the color balance. My speakers back up there too. I don't know why I put the speakers back up there. My speakers are also coated, so I can project or map my speakers. Just had to appear just a few minutes ago. It's not fighting me. There we go. Just had that up there a few minutes ago. Yeah, so my speakers are coated. And that's what I'm doing with the ones in the front. I'm going to be coating those because I need the projector map those. So let me see. When I'm showing off the black technology, I like to show off a lot of white levels. This is one of the things I can't express enough, that when you do gray screens, like the one we have over here, you're supposed to show a lot of contrast, a lot of contrast. There's no point in showing bright colors because that technology over there can pick it up. What that technology is not supposed to pick up over there is a black level. That's why we do a lot of contrast on this screen. We do a lot of white levels on this screen. That's how ambient light rejection technology is supposed to function. So anywhere I go, that screen's supposed to pull. Stuck in those dark environments. You're not supposed to be in those dark environments. The area is supposed to be well lit at all times. Now, I wish I could make this compatible with the WeMax and other projectors, but we can't do that. It won't work. But this is the best we can do right there, and that stuff is actually pretty good. So at least we got something that's better than basically going out and spending $6,000 and a couple $1,000 for a screen that they want to overcharge you for. But for those of you who have name brand projectors, this is your next level right here. As you can see, the screen has no problem generating white light. The beautiful thing about it is you're always seeing 100% contrast regardless of your projector's contrast capabilities. So like I said, I expanded the screen. It's a little bigger than what it was. We're doing a demonstration now. It's actually painting the out areas of the screen. Would have did a much more better job if we had more paint, but we're out. So we got more coming in on Monday, and we'll just paint the big one in, the 150-inch. Boy, that's going to be a bit mind-blowing. Watching a 150-inch screen generate in a fully lit environment, that is going to be insane.
Go anywhere, do anything in the wildly capable, electrified Jeep Grand Cherokee and Jeep Wrangler 4xe.
Something a gray and white screen can never do, not even gunmetal.
I want you to know, I want you to see the light. I want you to let go, come down low, forget everything you used to. You'll see this was supposed to be.
I want to share that for a minute. These little things I see. You see the reflection?
I want you to know, I want you to
All that's
see
important.
the
You have to be to
lights.
see. When we were looking at technology, we develop it. There's certain areas that we're looking at. Is the technology bright enough to show a reflection? See that reflection running across there? That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for when I'm testing black screens. Is it generating literally enough white light to show that? Like when you watch the OLED horse, the OLED horse is what a lot of people fail to see, is that the horse is showing multiple shades of black levels. You can't see it if you have a gray screen because the gray screen only sees one color, and that's actually a shade of gray. You have to pick up multiple shades of black. And that's where people mess up when they do the OLED demonstration. They'll look and show you the horse. No, you're missing the whole purpose of that demonstration. It's so you can see multiple shades of black, including the dark black in the background. That's what makes that demonstration so amazing. Watch. This is where you guys miss this every single time. I watch people do these demonstrations. You literally miss this. And then you don't explain because you don't know what you're looking at. So it's virtually impossible for a gray or white screen to pick up the multiple shades of black, including the darker black background, because you can't see black to begin with. Oops, sorry, wrong button on that one. Now, you see the horse? This is where you guys miss it at. You see the different shades that are going off on the animal? See this? When they put them up close, you'll see that it's mane. You'll see that basically the saddle, the padding to the saddle, the leggings that she had, all that is different shades of black, but the darkest black is a black sitting behind the horse. Now, you should be able to see this from here. If you have to walk over to that screen, you failed. You see the different shades of black? Look at the horse's mane, different shade. Her shirt, her jacket, a different shade. Look at the saddle, a different shade. The padding's a different shade. All these are different shades of black. And then the solid black, the super ultra black, is the background of the horse. The reason why they can't explain this to you because they can't see it. Another perfect example. Look at the colors. Look at the shade of her gloves. Look at the jacket she has on. See the different shades of black that are triggering off at the same time? That's what's so beautiful about the OLED demonstration. The fact that they can display multiple shades of black that are actually black, and then a super ultra black for the background. But gray and white screens, you can't see this because you can't see black. Yeah. That's why they should have explained it to you, but they can't explain that to you because they literally can't see it themselves.
Smell the sizzlies. 2 for $5. Great mornings start at Wawa.
I've never seen anybody do a white screen demonstration. I need to look that up. Pretty sure they got it. There are companies that actually sell an HD white screen paint for like something like $600. I'm trying to figure out how and why. Because that wouldn't pick up anywhere. Like, how do you sell that? Can't say it has great contrast. Can't say it's amazing colors. Can't say it's ambient light rejection. I don't know. I love doing this part. I think I'm gonna buy myself a really nice picture frame, and I'm gonna do one inside of a picture frame. Did this video. Anything else in it? No, we just did this video. Literally just did this video. It's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. There's no sound to this one. You should have sound. Maybe this isn't with copyrights or something. Now the line you're seeing there, this is where the previous screen was at. That's the extension that I added onto it, but I didn't have enough to do it. As I told you before, these are child-proof walls, so they take multiple coats to cover these, which is a headache. That's why we're priming. When we come back in and we get ready to do the walls again, we're going to prime both of these walls, actually putty, sand, whatever, because of the holes and stuff, and then we're going to prime both of these walls, and we can do a one-coat application and be done. And we have it right there in the specifications, and it basically speaks of the child-proof walls. If you do run across these things, you have these in your home, you want to prime that surface. Other than that, you can roll over anything you want. Figure out my neighbors over here. Was asking about the screen that I had that they saw in the living room, and they thought it was a TV. The guy was like, "That's the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life." And I was coming out the door, and I was like, "No, that's not a TV. That's a projector." And he was like, "Wait, they got the lights on like that?" Because they have one in their house, in their basement. They have a theater room in their basement. They have a white screen in there, and they have to be in the dark all the time because the screen doesn't pull. So probably gonna go over there and probably paint one in for them. They got a name brand projector too, a really good one too. I probably just have it on that white surface, but like I said, that's majority of most people, white screens. Let's get some sound. Another reason why I'm going with the EL wire, the Chrissy remote control triggers the daylights out of the lights. It does. Screws them up really bad. So I'm going to use EL wire. I'm not going to do much LED lighting in here, to tell you the truth. A little bit here and there, that's basically about it. As I told you before, I'm not trying to get too comfortable here. I'm moving next, at the end of the year, my lease is up. I'm getting a house. I'm going to go out and get a house. I got a chance to look around the neighborhood and see what they have down here, and yeah, I saw a couple of really nice houses that I'm like, I'm going to get one of them. And then I'll neon that place up, because then it'll be mine. I'm still going to do the same display I have in there with the wall, everything painted in, but a little bit bigger, probably around 200 inches, because the houses they have down here are Victorians. And they have like 15-foot ceilings. Especially the houses are big down here. So I'm probably going to do probably a 200-inch screen, but I want to do that whole wall. But I want to do bigger statues, much bigger statues. I want that whole thing coated in black, do that projector mapping for the background. Can't wait to get that started. shelves today and some statues for the background. This is why that contrast is extremely important. Stuff like this, you're going to need it. Now, for those of you saying, well, why don't you buy any brand new up-to-date projectors? Because we don't need it. Why am I going to spend money for something I don't need at the end of the day? People have to buy those projectors when they have to work with a screen that can't put out what it's designed to do. I'm going to go and spend millions of dollars. I'm not saying millions of dollars. Spend money for a 2 million to 1 contrast or 4 million. Our screen's black. What would I need it for? To get that option, I have to turn it off because we won't even need it. Calibrating, don't have to worry about that. Ambient light rejection technology, don't have to worry about that because our technology is already embedded with it. So I don't have to go out and spend the money for an expensive projector. Usually most people do because, again, if you have a white or gray screen out there, your screen is missing a ton of color. And you sure enough can't see a contrast level, I'll tell you that much. Let alone in a fully lit environment. So it's something I don't have to ever worry about. When I talk to customers and they say, yeah, I spent $4,000. Woo! You spent too much money. Could have got that projector for like $200 or $300. So when I get that comment back when people say, well, how do I need one? I can do demonstrations in an environment you can't even go to. I can produce color and contrast you can't even perform on over your expensive projector. You're stuck in the dark. On top of that, this is fantastic for our customers. Most customers I run into don't want to spend the money for those projectors. They don't. They'll be happy going to eBay getting a 720p or whatever projector. They've been told in forum sites that don't buy a 720p projector. It's a piece of trash. It's garbage. Not going to give you that quality at the end of the day. No, it's not no problem with the projector. It's the problem with the screen. That's the problem. I'll swap this thing. I got 720p, same make and model. And I'll swap it out. You want to tell which one was which. So that, at the end of the day, allows the customer to go out and buy a projector that's affordable for he or she, and they don't have to go out and spend all this money to make up for what the screen can't do. And even with those of you who have these high-end projectors, you're still stuck in the dark calibrating in an ambient light controlled environment with the money you put into your investment. And you pretty much got half of a projector. You imagine going to the store and you pick out the projector you want and they cut it clean in half and they give it to you. What kind of screen you have? Well, I have a white screen. Let's just cut that a little bit more. Here you go. Same price. Somebody comes and says, I got a gray screen. Just cut that in half. Here you go. I go in there with saying, I got black technology. I get my whole projector in some. Look at the reflection of the water. That's important. The black technology has to generate enough white light to do that. Oh, let's do that transition. Sony 1 hour demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
At Audio Advice, we help bring your home
We're
theater.
just talking about that, being in the dark. Here we go.
Optimal audio video
Sitting in the dark.
You
Yep.
can also browse our
Oh, well. That's kind of jacked up. Just got finished having a conversation. Someone's sitting there doing a demonstration of the screen, literally sitting in the dark. Like I said, everyday customer don't want to calibrate. They don't want to calibrate. Now, they don't even want to learn to calibrate. They want to plug it in and play. That's what they want. They don't want to spend a lot of money for a projector. They don't want to be stuck in a dark environment, and they don't want crazy instructions attached to the screen. From my experience of all the customers that I've talked to down through time, yeah, those are the ones that basically do not want to be bothered with that nonsense. They don't want to be in the dark. They don't want to hear, oh, I just spent how much for what, and I got to do what to what. They don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear it. So imagine this technology that we have, that we make, will convert your white projection screen, white fixed screen, your walls, just about anything you want, into a high performance OLED-like projection screen. That's solid black. You don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. Even think of the money you save at the end of the day. For some of you who have to spend money for those overpriced expensive projectors, well, at the end of the day, yeah, you spent most of your money on your projector. You're not turning around and spend another, what, 4 or 5 with the screen? And if you spend $100 or 95, you're still, at the end of the day, you're going to have to still spend the money for the expensive projector because those screens can't give you color and contrast. And you will be calibrating. As I've heard in some demonstrations, the screen will get better for the customer once he calibrates it. See all the little wrinkles and details in the elephant? All that pulls up with the screen has that detail capability. Now my customers at the end of the day, they'll spend what, $300 or $474 for our technology, and they can go and buy a projector for under $500. That's still nowhere near the price of the projectors that some people pay for today. And they can still go buy movie chairs. My chairs over here about $100 a pop. They can buy a new sound system, and that standalone popcorn machine I got next to cost me $230. So they can literally do an entire theater room for the price of what somebody paid for a projector and $100 quarter paint. My dedicated theater room that I built, as a matter of fact, all the rooms that I built in that house at different environments cost me less than $3 grand, way less than $3,000. And then with all that money spent on the machine, still in the dark. Oh well. Now later on today, I'm gonna sit here with a bowl of cereal, with my windows in the back open. I'm gonna watch some cartoons off my screen, and some TV shows, maybe a couple of movies and stuff like that. Let's go over to, I'm gonna do that transition. Let's see this right here. Now, for those of you asking about spraying, yes, you can. Do not add any paint thinners or anything to the product. You will mess it up. You don't need to put that in there. It'll go right through a paint sprayer with no problem whatsoever. We use Wagner 250s, and that's the paint sprayer using for staining. And then we can actually get with stain sprayer. We can actually get the coating to go through that with no problem. Let me do a gaming demonstration off this thing. You can notice we don't have any ash on the screen. We don't have ash on the screen over here either. The ash you look to the screen means the screen's having a very hard time maintaining contrast. Now, to separate our products from everybody else that may be trying to do the same thing we're doing, which I can't find for some reason, keep in mind our products are tested, and our test demonstrations are displayed on our website. And check out our massive test demonstrations. We have tests and demonstrations on our website, the Black Series Edition, over on Crystal Edge Technology screens. Well, now when we changed over to the what's it called? Black Series. Like something crazy. We give a name to it. Something we're developing for that. But anyway, it has the largest outdoor demonstrations on and off YouTube on display on that channel. Over 170 demonstrations on everything you could possibly think of done outside on black screen paint. Our demonstrations, as we have on our page, are unmatched and unchallenged. Mind you, I put the entire page up, the entire demo page and test page as a challenge for anyone to complete all test demonstrations. You set the bar a little too high, didn't you? Oh, I forgot about that demonstration. I gotta find that. We have this thing called insane demonstrations. We have a demonstration. We took a 1,000 lumen Old Faithful projector, built a ledge outside the window, stuck the projector outside the ledge, had it hit with sunlight so we can actually kill the lumen counts before it takes off, had it go outside through a double pane glass window and then hit an 80-inch screen and pop up. Gotta find it. I'm gonna look for that right now while I'm on here. I need to put that onto the site. Definitely need that on there. Let me see, it's called a sunbather. Is it a sunbather or something weird? The sunbather. Sunbather. Yes! I found it! I told you I did this crazy demonstration. Hold on, we gotta pause this. Literally did this crazy demonstration to show exactly how powerful our technology was. Where's my freaking controller? Here it is. It was called a sunbather. This is what I mean by at the end of the day. I'm not trying to brag here, but you guys at the end of the day, when I tell you we do demonstrations that are freaking berserk, literally built a ledge outside the window, stuck the projector outside at 1,000 lumens and had the sunlight hit the projector because we knew it would kill the lumen count. So that lumen count, that projector was way lower at 1,000 lumens pushing through. It was called a sunbather. Do some crazy stuff. I tell you, I got to think of stuff to do. Because this stuff at the end of the day, I understand how powerful this stuff. We make this stuff. We have to figure out ways to figure out how to basically challenge the technology. Stuck the screen out, the projector out the window on a ledge. I actually built the, let me see, we can go fast forward to all this real quick. All right. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I found this thing. Now you see that ledge? We built a ledge outside, stuck the projector outside so the sunlight can kill the lumen count, and that projector has to push through the glass windows and hit the screen inside the house and still maintain an image. This is what I'm talking about. You guys, when y'all talk about ambient light projection technology, you're not even close to it.
Birds that like to hang around outside my house. I don't want them crawling up underneath this and getting move it back and forth. We're just working what we got for right now.
Next time, I'm gonna make this a challenge. Next time, I forgot about this video. Next time anybody comes on YouTube talking about ambient light rejection technology, this is what I'm gonna show you.
All right, I'm going to build me an extension.
Sitting in these dark environments talking about ambient light rejection. We literally 1,000 lumen projectors stuck it outside the window ledge.
That literally's not working. That's actually killing us 1,000 lumens outside.
See
Right
the
now.
sunlight hitting directly on top of the projector, so that way it's killing the lumen count before the projector can even take off and hit the screen. So from that room, from here to here, is probably about 11 feet around there.
Maybe just a little. Just a little, man. Maybe just a little. Not to go there, that's not.
And stuck a light in front of the screen.
Windows are open. This is what we put.
Gee whiz, I keep forgetting some of the insane stuff we do. Stuck a light in front of the screen. So we got the projector outside at 1,000 lumens, has to push through sunlight, make it through across the room that's fully lit, and then travel right through all this light and still produce an image on the other end. And you people want to talk about ambient light projection technology. Please. Yeah, y'all jokes at the end of the day. For our technology, this is easy. The sunbather.
I love it when you got to be able to push the technology.
Push that technology.
Now you got to put the projector outside your window.
Look at that. And I'm producing white levels too. Contrast and white levels. So there's another test demonstration for you black screens. You want to develop black technology? You'll pass that one too.
White levels.
This is what I mean by, I'm not trying to be rude here. This is what I mean by when I tell you that your products are not tested. You got to pass demonstrations like that. No, that's the reason why people buy from me at the end of the day. If you can't figure out why no one's buying your product, no one takes your product seriously, because you don't have test demonstrations. Your product is a joke. You have to be able to show that your product can make it when you do demonstrations like this, insane demonstrations. That's 1,000 lumen projector sitting outside my window with sunlight coming down on top of it, which means the minute that projector turns on, the lumens are destroyed right from the door because it's being hit by direct sunlight. So it's got to push through direct sunlight. It's got to travel 11 feet and then push through a lamp and then hit that screen and produce a white level. Do you have any idea how high the gain has to be on the technology to do that?
Online, which means at any given time, this could have failed.
And I did that live, on camera, built everything live. So if you guys at the end of the day want to call yourself competing with me, then you're going to have to be the backup and be to do the exact same thing I do in my demonstrations. If you can't do that, you're not on my level. You don't have my product at the end of the day. Do you understand that? How that works? Gee whiz, I had to dig that one up, the sunbather. I got technology that can absorb sunlight. They call them sun killers. I got people that have been hounding me that for the last couple of months, trying to figure out how it's made, how it's designed, if we're selling it, can they get their hands on it, that can literally absorb sunlight. God's technology is unbelievable, untouchable. Yeah, we set that bar extremely high. Good gracious. I forgot about that freaking demonstration. I got to think of stuff to do this down because I get bored after a while. What a blow out every certified screen you could possibly think of. The other companies won't touch us with a 10-foot pole. Let me see one of you gray screen paint makers do this demonstration. Your stuff would wash out just like that. I could give you this challenge today. I can literally make this a challenge for you today.
The screen pulled an image at 16 feet back.
We're 16 feet from the screen. My projector's outside. And you guys are doing demonstrations, what, in these little pepper light environments? This is what I mean by with these little environments with little bits of light here and there. Just little bits of light all over the place, that's it. And our projector's outside the window at 1,000 lumens.
Right on top of the projector to make the lumen count drop.
That's black technology right there.
I am finished today. Thank you for the order. Put together, you can mount it outside your original phone.
We're going to post this one directly to the site. Directly to the site. I want that one to be the first videos that everybody sees. That's going to be a challenge now. Could be worse. I could have had you outside at 250 inches at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Could be much worse. I got demonstrations at 16 feet back at 1,000 lumens at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the lighter stuff that we give you guys to do. We don't give you guys real serious challenges because you can't complete them. That's why. The sunbather. That shows you how crazy the stuff we do at the end of the day. We have to challenge this stuff. This stuff becomes too easy. Got to figure out ways to basically try to see if we can damage the screen and get the screen to drop. So see, this is the problem we have here. When you do demonstrations and you claim that our products are so dark that nobody can't see them, and then people see demonstrations like that at the end of the day, this is what gets your clock cleaned every day. This is why our company continues to make money. I've been around for a while, and that's why we continue to make money. No matter how many false demonstrations y'all do against our product, we continue to make money because we do demonstrations that nobody else does. That's a challenge as of today for everybody. Complete that demonstration. That's an easy demonstration. That screen's only 80 inches. Man, I forgot about that crazy demonstration. Oh, I forgot I want to do the transition on this one. Stuck the screen. It's called the sunbather. You can look it up. Got bored one day. I'm like, you know what? We're going to build a screen, put it out on the ledge, see how much light we can rip away from 1,000 lumens. And I've seen demonstrations of people with 1,000 lumen projectors inside in the dark. This thing is outside in the middle of the daytime. And this is why black technology is more superior. Someone was trying to compare to an OLED. Let me tell you something about OLEDs. I can go into OLED chat rooms that they have. I can go in there. Anytime I want, I can go in there. You know why? Because the first thing when I'm going, I say, hey, how come you guys don't have projection screens? And here comes the onslaught of insults. They can't pick up 100% contrast. OLEDs can pick up 100% contrast. As a matter of fact, that monitor over there doesn't have to be OLED. It can pick up 100% contrast. They're not ambient light projection. They got to be stuck in the dark all day. They can't say too much about calibrating because I've seen people calibrate OLED TVs. That's what it comes down to. Our technology is 100% black, so I ain't got a problem with that argument at the end of the day. We have ambient light projection technology, which means you can function just like TVs, which I showed you in one of the demonstrations of the Phantom, basically going toe-to-toe with the TV with no problem. So we don't have that issue either at all, period. We don't have to calibrate, we have to worry about colors or washing out, none of that stuff. So now, keep in mind, we're cheaper than an OLED TV because, again, you tell me where you're going to get an OLED TV at 235.1 at 158 inches for under $600 or under $500, or 150 inch, which I'm getting in the next room, 150 inch screen at 16.9. You show me where you can buy one at. As a matter of fact, if a customer, and we did the add up, if a customer went in and bought, say we have an OLED under 8K, you can get an 8K projector if you're going down that road for 10 grand. You can buy one for about $10,000. And then with our technology attached to that projector, you're talking about a screen size of 150 inches. So now you get a 150 inch screen with an 8K projector, and all at the end of the day, that's pretty much going to cost you somewhere around probably about I say about 10,000, probably about $10,500. That's it. That's all you're going to pay. Now, you try to get an OLED TV at 150 inches at 8K and see how much that costs you at the end of the day. You can spend $90,000, and I looked it up, $90,000 for an OLED TV in 8K at 80 inches. And keep in mind, when you're watching TV, you're not watching 16:9. You're not watching 235.1. You're watching a format version of 16:9. That's what you're watching. And projectors do actual 16:9. But I got to post that to the page. Let me finish it right here. I want to do this transition real quick from the color. I'm going to do the white levels to transition. Oh, should I have a white surface up here too? I need a white surface up here for this. For the transition. Transitions don't look well unless you have a white surface. But yeah, OLEDs can cost you a lot of money. That's 10,500. Yeah, 10,500. We had 10,000, yeah, 10,000. I was right on 10,500. All right, so we'll take our white surface here. Trying to do. For those of you that have white screens, this is called a transition. Sorry, people, I get excited. When I see crazy demonstrations that we do, I get excited. Because like I said, we don't see anybody doing crazy demonstrations like that. People stay far from those demonstrations. They pick demonstrations that are going to be easy for their projector. We see it all day. Like when I watched the projector with the eye wall, whatever that projector is called, eye wall, what it's called, and they had the guys in the room and they're talking how much light was coming in. The corners were so dark in the corners that there is no way in the world that an area was well lit. A little bit of light in the environment does not count. So we're going to do a transition, which means that technology has to be to produce nice, beautiful, bright colors, transition to black, from transition to black, and has to change over to color. Why in a fully lit environment? I'm gonna go check out this sunbather. I'm gonna be adding this to my page. Sunbather. That's what I'm saying. The contrast levels. Let me see. I'm going to change this over to here. Oh, come on. Seriously? In the middle of the transition?
It's please work. Please.
Gee, where's the wheeze? Seriously. That's the best part. Right in the middle, they popped that up. Like, really, it's perfect timing for that one. put in a page, in the front page called Ambient Light Projection Technology History. Basically some of the more insane demonstrations, starting with that sunbather. So, found out that that wasn't a customer. That was a company that makes that the projector you just saw on Amazon. That's what that was. They wanted to make us for us to make a screen paint for their projectors. And no, that's not going to happen. I wouldn't go near that thing with a 10-foot pole. Nope. I'm looking at the customer. No, that was actually the company that wanted us to basically develop a screen paint that they can use it in a fully lit environment. No. Taco. Probably going to get those from time to time since we're doing something for the Valva and WeMax projector, but no, not for that. No, I'm not doing that. I would rather swallow crushed glass before I actually do something for 8-man projectors. I hate those projectors. Those projectors are trash. Oh, that's a trashy projector, man. And yes, I bought one. I had one. I tested it. It was trash. So I'm going to put something on for you to watch. I got to go do my hair. Put this in here at the same time. 4K tropical birds.
Getting that from YouTube.
Taco. Got your tropical birds on.
When you
Put some tropical birds on for you. Which one you want? These birds right here.
6 times better protection can make a big difference. Castrol GTX Full Synthetic provides 6 times better wear protection. Castrol GTX Full Synthetic, better oil for maximum protection.
She is fearless. Hearts on the line. Depends silhouette, keeping leaks off her mind.
You know, Taco, watch your birds. What is it? The birds. What are the birds? Oh, let me get this off here. You don't want to see that white sheet of paper there, do you? Now you can watch your birds. Let me get into these things. Where the birds at? I don't see a bunch of trees. There we go. There you go, Taco. Here's your birds. Just sit there all day long and watch that. Most likely where he'll be at. Taco likes that and soccer. He loves soccer. He'll sit there and watch soccer for hours. There we go. I'm gonna add me a little section in here. So that way I can get two birds with one stone. I'm going to add in our history, a little bit of history on our products. Go back to some of our real crazy old school demonstrations. Okay, that's the projector over there. Yeah, that was a company. That was a company asking us if we could basically make a product for their projectors to work better. And I'm not doing that. 800 lumens on that projector. I mean, that'll pull up at, we can pull those up at 50. But no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, that's a nice fish tank right there. Relaxing reef. 3 hours. That looks really nice. Reef tank 100 4K reef tank relaxing video 3 hours.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, let me see. Oh. Chief G reef tank relaxing video.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. I like that. I tell that looked nice, pretty colors to that too. See, that's the way it should be. You should be to turn your head and look at your screen behind you just like a TV. So I sit here and I watch TV and I work. Got my Fire Stick, which drives me crazy, and I can watch my cartoons or TV shows, work on here, and go back there and look over there if I want to. And that's how projection screens are supposed to be working. In this decade and time, they should work that way. This is going to be our history angling projection, or our angling projection technology history. Just trying to put our crazy stuff in here. We can come and watch our demonstration. Right, this will be in the front page. So demonstration built the ledge, everything right on camera, on live, and set it up and do the demonstration right from there. I'll do a couple of outdoor ones too. Let me see. 108-inch black screen outside. Let's see. No, not flat screen. Black screen. The freak, seriously? Black. There we go. Like I said, it still takes time out. So it's around. You see on my cell phone. We're around 703 now. 704. Look at the contrast level. This is something a white screen or gray screen cannot do. Black motorized projection screen outside. That'll be us. Told you, we literally have over 7,000 videos on YouTube of everything you could possibly think of. We've done it already.
Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird on the Equator Balloon.
When I get people, and when we ask, when they code our technology, can we use it outside? Can we use ambient light projection? We point them to these videos. That's a 7, by the way. That's a 7 outside. We can go back as far as 7s.
Motorized projection screen, about 92 inches, 16:9 widescreen. I got it right here for my power cord, right back here. The mail slot, there's the projector right there. This is actually coded with this Supreme 7.
Projection screen takes a direct hit from sunlight. That's me right there again. This is sun killer technology. It's a technology designed to absorb sunlight. If I come on camera and I tell you, look, we've done this and that, we can back it up. I can just mention it and it'll pop up.
Some of the demonstrations I've seen in different facilities that I've been invited to check out their technology, usually.
You see all that sunlight pushing through the window? That technology right there is designed to eat sunlight. It generates off light. It's still in testing and development, but bits and pieces of it pop up into our technology. That's an ambient light rejection gain we're working on.
Sunlight from the doors and windows and stuff like that. So for walls.
So again, when I have people in here talking about ambient light rejection technology, my thoughts on your technology is, you don't have it. That technology right there, that ambient light rejection technology we're working on, that stuff right there is incorporated in all this technology we have behind us right now. It can absorb sunlight. And that screen's not even at 50%. It was nowhere near 50%. We're working on it. At 100%, we finally get that thing finished, which again, 2024 Alpha 1 will have 100% of that technology embedded into it. Do you know how powerful it will make that technology in the day? That's a screen that can take a direct hit from sunlight and absorb it. And there's the proof of it right there. That's why I got companies that have been hounding me for the last couple of months on that demonstration right there, trying to figure out exactly how it's done, how it's made, are we selling it, is it for sale, stuff like that. But it's not, because that's future technology we're going to be using for the 2024 models of the Alpha 1.
I got a few ideas that I can throw into it.
Boom! Shakalaka!
Other than that, I'm very happy with it. And,
Sun killer. So at the time, we were going to make an invisible screen to absorb light. But then I realized that the formula that we're using, we can use that to incorporate that into our projection screen to enhance the ambient light projection technology. And that's why the screens that you see that are sitting at 150 inch, they can sit there and take in all that light, they have that technology in it, just the smallest amounts of it, not at 100%. The Alpha 1 is going to have that technology at 100%. So those of you sitting in the dark talking about, this is ambient light rejection, we got these little bit of lights pushing through, so, yeah, sure, okay. Good luck with all that. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. It's just basically my excitement. I love my technology at the end of the day, you know what I mean? My customers, at the end of the day, they win off of this because, again, instead of them going out and working with companies or buying from a company who can't even produce a proper ambient light rejection demonstration because the ceiling lights are 21 feet up in the air, which is really sad to say. It's extremely sad to say. You got to be kidding me. 21 feet? Are you kidding me? That's direct sunlight pushing through a screen right there. And you're complaining about ambient light that's 21 feet up in the air. And, you know, our screens would work a lot better if we didn't have the ambient light. Heck, you had a 150-inch screen sitting in a booth and it was still washed out. My goodness. And then the worst of all is when he did the demonstration, he said we're clearly in a well-lit environment. The hallway on either side had more light than the booth because I couldn't even make out the controllers that were sitting on top of the display case. And y'all call that ambient light rejection? Really? Gee whiz Louise. That's my favorite word. I know I say it a lot. Come on, man. Really? I can't be it. We'll be blessed to be there one day, but I'm going to have to pray before I walk in there. I'm literally going to have to pray and ask my Lord to give me some kind of self-control, man, because I want to let loose on you guys, and it's unfreaking believable. Like that I'm going to have to hold my tongue. I'm going to literally bite my tongue. If I walked into that booth and he sat there and said that the lights were 21 feet high and that's plaguing the screen, I would have laughed in his face. You gotta be kidding me. That? You're worried about that? Are you kidding me? Please. Dedicated black technology. No, wrong one. 4K dedicated black technology. That's us right there. It's a technology we developed for the PX747. It was a dedicated black technology. It's actually one of the most interesting screens I built. This was a 126-inch screen, and this screen basically was levitating, was floating. The borders were actually this wide, and they were solid white, so the screen could absorb in 10 times more light to push to the screen. So we got to design crazy stuff at the end of the day. Crazy stuff. Yeah, this is a dedicated black. I talk about in 747. Yeah, it's a 747.
20p, the screen's so
Do you
absolutely.
see how the border's designed? Yeah, the border was designed extra wide, so that way the screen would push in more light. So instead of doing the border in black, we did it in white because the screen would have to draw more light to it. And on top of that, it's got condensed light and hitting the screen at the same time.
Get out of the way first.
All right, so there you go. Take my head off. My head's it's overheating like crazy. $100 more. So it's like $100 more from the original dedicated 4K. So we will have Got it. Do crazy stuff outside the box.
Actually, I can't even rush right now. I forgot I got uploads on the website. I got about 64 customers.
See, the thing about it is,
right now.
when I put it this way, people who want to mimic us, want to be us at the end of the day, you don't understand hard work and sacrifice. Do you have any idea how many screens I've constructed and built? How many different projectors I got a chance to test in different places? I've actually got flown out to facilities. I had companies come in and fly me out to their facilities to show my technology off in front of them.
My big head in the way.
And now today, I still get those, and I ignore every last one of them because I don't want to be bothered with it. I've gotten to the point now I just don't want to be bothered with it. I'm tired of the industry. It's boring to me. It's no demonstration. It's no. They don't really test out nothing at all. Period.
Yes.
Supposed to be. Your screens are not supposed to look that way.
Will be available today on the website. We'll have it in sizes of pre-coated blackout of 100.
Seriously.
100, 120 inch, 150 inch.
So how come people don't do this in the demonstration? This is simple, just from here to here. That's it.
You all have a blessed day.
This is how your screens are supposed to be reacting. This is how they're supposed to work. Not supposed to be in dark environments. You can see my cat right there. You're not supposed to be in dark environments.
Hey Siri, enter ADV.
Okay, done.
That's nice. I like that simulator. He got that. It's hot. I give him that much. That is really hot.
Right here. Now, and this is actually a luminous. Yes, it's an luminous dedicated.
Black check projection screen paint. Let's see where else we're gonna go. Something crazy we did. 50 lumen test. That digs us up. Oh no, there we go. That's me right there again. Outside on a 50 lumen projector test on a silver technology we're engineering. I don't even have to say my name, the company's name, nothing. All I gotta do is mention certain keywords and we pop up. So this is a demonstration. We were testing an ambient light projection screen paint. This is also too encoded into some of our technology because this technology had the ability to pull up extremely high images at 50 lumens outside.
I have on my cell phone if my focus acts right. So it is around 610.
And you guys got gray screens and you're sitting in the dark. We can do this at silver. That screen also beat a TV too on top of that.
We are using.
Let's go over here. We're gonna have enough room for the demo page, for the history page.
We're not protocol testing.
We got 3 videos left. We can make some more.
This screen will
God,
be available early pre-order launch date for those who pre-order the screen ahead.
What else we got?
Sizes.
Let me see. Let me show you the projector too. 50 lumens.
Projector at 50 lumens, 720p.
And yet, I see people in the dark with these projectors trying to show images. We can do this outside. Let me see. I think of my other crazy stuff we've done. Let's see, screens were submerged underwater. Did that one already. Let me see. 180-inch screen, black, outside in the snow. Bear with me again. Boom. Do.
It's Crystal Edge Technology screens. We're doing this live, so basically we have a live version.
Now, I don't have to mention my company's name, nothing. Just certain words I have to say because we're the only ones who do these demonstrations. There's nobody else popping up doing demonstrations at 180-inch outside in snow.
To tape everything up.
So I thought it'd be pretty cool to go outside, take a black screen, produce it out in the snow because it'd be so much light. You know, get snow blind, all that white light hitting the white snow and reflecting back at the screen. What better way to basically show a screen's ambient light projection capabilities and stick it outside in a whole bunch of snow? But even beautiful to even show snow falling off a screen that's jet black outside in the snow.
Snow got in. And yeah, it's working out fantastic. So this screen's gonna be out.
Man, I remember I used to be running out the door, and my ex would look at me like I was crazy. Like, you have any idea how much of an opportunity this is? Like, I got to take advantage of this one at the time. Yeah, early in the morning, afternoon, whatever. If these opportunities pop up, I take advantage of them. So, the time and effort that I put in to do these demonstrations, and this is not toward the customers, don't take this personally, to other people at the end of the day that should be doing a better job of producing better projection screens. If I could be outside in the snow at 180 inches, what's your excuse? Yeah, products are just so crappy. Let me see, let me get this one right here. Oh, we know some people can't do this because they don't live in this kind of areas. They can't do snow.
Recorded, just in case that we have any problems.
Let me see.
With
Ooh, I got another one that's insane. We did a paint on screen outside. That was pretty cool. Got to do that one.
So basically, we could
Got to find that one.
under the equipment. Other than that, it was absolutely fantastic. So this is.
I'm going to extend the players. We're out. We're definitely out that fast. All right. Let me get, and this also helps with weatherproof. Oh, no! I forgot about that one. We literally froze our screen into a block of ice one time. This is a demonstration I had to do over in Canada. So they wanted to make sure the screens didn't rip or tear under extreme cold. And we literally took a screen and froze it into a block. We had to break that thing open with hammers. Oh, we got to find that one. Projection screen and a frozen block of ice. There it is right there. Told you, all I gotta do is mention it. That shows you at the end of the day when I explain to you that we do more demonstrations, more tests than anybody else, I can literally get on here and call out something and that demonstration will pop up. So this is a screen that we literally froze into a block of ice. Because we had this, they wanted to buy the screen paint over in Canada. They had some kind of expo that was going on, and it had to be out in the snow, and the screen was going to be out there, and it's cold weather all the time, and he wanted to make sure that it was going to be able to not crack or peel. So the screen didn't crack or peel. I took the screen and submerged it in a bucket of ice and froze it, and we had to smash it. Oh, it was unbelievable. Smash it to get it out of the frozen ice. You're right here. You're right here. There it is, right there.
Screen for you to basically take outside for backyard events and so forth. Already has it built in on a
I had to heat it up.
You know, keep in mind, when we did the screen to ourselves, it's a lot of extra.
Just showing some of the stuff I had to go through to get the screen out. And it was duct taped at that. Soaked and duct taped, frozen.
Take some punishment. So I guess that new formula we designed, man, it's absolutely amazing because it's doing exactly what it's designed to do. And that's pretty much keep the screen intact, especially when dealing with a lot of cold weather.
Is that stuff the hammer? Yeah. That's the ice screen. That's a block of ice we froze it in.
All right.
I had to take a hammer to get it out.
Here, grab my hammer. I'm gonna need to get it out of there. You see it is frozen. Nice.
So when people ask us, is our technology weatherproof? Yeah, it's weatherproof. take punishment? Yeah, it'll take punishment. So when people ask me about motorized projection screens, will it crack or peel? That stuff won't even crack or peel. We freeze in a block of ice.
Now.
Ask me, I'm gonna have these demonstrations for you to watch. Ask me inspecting the material, showing you some cracks or peels on it.
Look at this.
Take it up and hang it up. And watch the demonstration right off of it while the screen's still soaking wet.
Like I said, check around, see how many people are doing demonstrations on this level. We've done everything.
How many people doing demonstrations on this
Submerged
level?
in water and frozen. No cracks, nothing on the screen at all, nothing. And I still have ice particles on my screen.
That screen's soaking wet. Frozen in ice. Had to break it open with a hammer, had to heat it up on the stove. All right, let me see. Another crazy demonstration. Oh. We did projection screens in pouring rain too. Projection screen demonstration and pouring rain. Let me see. This was, let me see. Okay, first things first, how are we doing out there? My morning. This one we actually attached the hose to the screen.
Now here's raining like cats and dogs.
Oh, it is raining outside.
So we have it outside.
On 1100 lumens outside in the rain.
So that looks 1100 lumens, probably around 13 feet back, around 12 to 13 feet back. Because my screen is
What
sitting
about
right
the
off
challenge?
the
Yeah, the 1100 lumen challenge. We grab that one too. All right, I'm gonna put this one here.
colorful demonstrations.
Oh, we're out right of videos. Okay.
Figured
Okay.
out. We're
We're
not
gonna have
using
to
any color
extend.
at all.
We're gonna have to extend. We're out of room. So we ran out of room. We need more room.
Tell me how many screens do you know can come out in the rain and play on 1100 lumens? Look at this. Look at the contrast the screen pulls up. This is on a projector that has a 400:1 contrast only. These are the kind of challenges we put out that a lot of people would not go near. Your screens would fail horribly in this kind of condition. Put that city demonstration on.
We could have inched that one more in
So here
there.
I got my screen out here on 1100 lumens.
Come on, very nice.
And I got it inside right here on 4000 lumens.
Keep moving. Oh,
720p, 1080p.
right here. We're right there. So I'm gonna put 2 players
And
there.
like I said, we're going to have that challenge outside on that Superior. We're going to do that on 1100 lumens. I think we're going to drop it to 1100 lumens.
1100 lumen challenge. That's what I was just talking about. The one that's untouched. Yeah, we put that challenge out there. Nobody touched it. Just said it in the video. 50 lumen demonstration. Outside demonstration is another snowstorm. Block of ice. Yeah, we got enough room for 2 more. Another player right here.
All right, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. Just showing you how our demonstrations are unmatched. Lieutenant Bird, and I gotta go. God bless.
See, I see a whole lot of hating, but I don't see anybody backing up our demonstrations. We don't see it. I can put a section on here and all your unboxing videos. I've had y'all stuff over here. One of y'all have had a lot of y'all stuff over here in unboxing videos, and that stuff didn't do anything. But that's what the blacklist is designed for. We don't want y'all on here. I don't put y'all on my front page. I put you anywhere. We got a special section for y'all that we stick y'all on. We don't even mention y'all in demonstrations. Not on these pages here. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, this one right here. I want to bring this one down because we got two. Come on, be nice. We have to extend here because we need more room. We don't have enough room now. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Now, customers do. This is what you should be seeing. These are the demonstrations you'll be seeing on the page. You see them test demonstrations. You get them all over the page. I'll be nice. Go back to my music players. Music players. Music players. Video box. Come on. No, that wasn't it. That was not what I was asking for. There we go. That's what I needed. I'll put that right there. Those kind of crazy demonstrations is what you should be seeing. But everybody else seeing the same demonstrations in the same dark environments. Like I said, and I see people cheat on their demonstrations. In Epson, HW, that's a 955 HW projector. Gee whiz, talk about cheating in demonstrations. Yeah, we're not going to mention his name, but you know what I'm talking about. Cheated the daylights out of the demonstration. 16 feet back, and you were able to fit that image inside of a 100-inch screen. That doesn't make any sense. A 100-inch screen average would have to be anywhere from 11 to 12 feet. That's an average for a 100-inch screen. I know because I have dozens of projectors. I've done this over and over again. I would know this. So there's no way in the world that projector is sitting back 16 feet and it's able to fit inside of a 100-inch screen? No, that's not happening. That means at the end of the day, what they do is they take the zoom and they push it all the way down. This sharpens and compresses the image, so it has a better chance of showing up in a fully lit environment. That's what he did in the demonstration. That's why when the first video came out, there was letters missing, there were numbers missing off the serial number of the projector. I was like, what the freak? 955? Like, is it the 955 WH or is it the 955? Which Epson is it? So he left off two of the letters. So he came back in and put the two letters back in. I was able to dig up the projector. That screen should have been at 120 inches, about 120, 123 inches at least. There's no way in the world that would have been able to fit inside of a 100-inch screen at 15 to 16 feet back. No, Unless you're using something called an extended throw lens, or extended zoom throw lens, then you would have that. I'll show you that later on. As a matter of fact, there's two demonstrations I have to show you. There's one demonstration I have to show you about the short throw projectors, how they're cheating people. In the end, you're not really getting short throw like you think you're getting short throw. You're getting short throw at 100 inches at 5 feet when it should be at 180 at 5 feet. So they're cheating you on that. I got two short throw projectors here. I got the old school with the big cat eye lens, and I got another one which is ViewSonic. I'll do them side by side, and you'll see exactly which one blows up a bigger screen at the same distance. As I'm talking about extended zoom lens, well, those lenses are special lenses. If you're building a customized dedicated theater room, like there's several levels of dedicated theater rooms, they're the ones that have the booth, where they have the projector sitting inside of a booth. Those right there, those are the high-end professional theater setups. We have to have a special kind of lens in there because you can't use a regular lens. That projector is going to be far back, probably about 30 feet or so, depending on how many seats you have in there, where the screen's going to be at. And then you got to go through the whole mathematical nightmare when you put your seats in, because they can't be too high, because then you don't want to see over. When you do the seats, I know we're off topic here, but when you do the seats, you can't be, the back seats can't be too high up, where you basically are hitting how you have to come up on the screen. You can't come up, you have to come up at the level area of the screen. So if you're this high up, it's so hard to explain this sometimes. If you're this high up, you have to be able to see over the person's head in the bottom half of the screen. If you're too low, then you're seeing the top of somebody's head. So it has to be a perfect length, and you have to do that in stair steps. That's a freaking headache. I went through that when I was actually doing a dedicated theater room, and I had to figure out how to size it up where if you're sitting down, you're not basically hitting the top of someone's head, but at the same time, you can see the bottom area, the lower end of the screen, the lower half of the screen, or bottom area of the screen. You have to be to see that. But yeah, it becomes a headache. But anyway, with that being said, I lost train of thought on that one, thinking about that one altogether by itself, doing the seating area, and it was a freaking nightmare in there. Gracious, I would never want to do that again. At least I learned how to do it now. I got experience on how to do it. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. We'll move on. Forgot I was there. I was talking about that whole seating condition. You have no idea how much of a nightmare it is to put seats in. And if you do it all in one row flat, it's easier. But if you do that whole stair step thing, yeah, there's a little measurement that goes in based on how high you have to be up, and you don't want to be too low. And you have to be able to hit that bottom area of the screen. You don't want to be hitting here because then you're missing half your screen. The screen has to be adjusted right so it lands just right so the people at the top can see the back. Oh yeah, the distance flow lens. I was thinking about that. So anyway, there's a guy who was actually building a dedicated theater room. He was buying these projectors, and for some reason, when he put the projector in the back, we know why, but the projector in the back, when the image would come on, it would hit the walls, it would hit the ceiling, it would hit everything. Because the farther you pull back the projector, the more it's going to expand. I had to explain to him, you have to have a special lens to do this. And this is a lens that will allow you to sit back 30 feet and nail your screen and your screen only without hitting the walls and the floors, which I'll show you. I have one here. I get a battery pack for this. So when I first bought this projector, I didn't know anything about these lenses. I thought my projector was defective because I go to pull it back 12 feet from the screen to get a 100-inch, and it was giving me this 50-inch screen, a little small screen. I'm like, what the freak is wrong with the lens? And I'm checking everything on the projector, and I'm going through all the settings. And then a buddy of mine, who knows more than I do about this stuff, he says, oh, you have a different lens in there. That's what you mean. That's an extended throw lens or a zoom lens, because that's designed so when you put your projector all the way back and you set it up in a booth and the image takes off, it's not hitting the seats, it's not hitting the ceilings, it's not hitting the walls, it's hitting the screen and the screen only. I have actually one for the Chrissy LW505. I got a lens with that one, it has that same narrow lens, which you need those, but I'll show you. I'll do a demonstration. I'll do one today. I can do that one today. And we'll take the the Sony VPL FH30 and 36 are two different projectors. And I'll have them both at the range for, I can't do 100 inches in there because we're going to expand. So our screen's only 150 inches. So we do 50 inch by 50 inch. So that's what we'll do. And you'll see one come up really small and one come up the normal size because of the lens. So there's a whole lot of stuff you got to know on that stuff in the day. And even when you're looking at Chrissy projectors, if you look at the LX400 and the LW400, you think they're the same. They look exactly the same, but there's a difference between those two projectors. One's an XGA, no, one's a WXGA, and the other one's an SVGA, but they look exactly the same. Or if you look at the Chrissy projectors, there's a difference between those who have bridges and those who don't have bridges. In the front of the lens, you'll see a bridge that comes across like this, and then you'll see one without the bridge. The one without the bridge is the one you buy, because that's the one that's more expensive model. It has a really high-end refined lens in there that the image comes up almost looking like it's 1080p because it has a super high-end refined lens. Well, you only find those once in a blue moon. The lens is literally so big that there's no bridge there at all, period. So if you happen to pop up and see this projector that doesn't have the bridge there, you go buy that because that lens is very, very expensive. On top of that, it gives off an amazing image. See, that's what I said. This stuff, they don't tell you this stuff because they don't know. If you're going to talk about your product support venues, at least own enough venues to know what to talk about when it comes to venues. Like I had a customer who went out and bought a venue and she got it and it had no lens attached to it. She said, I feel like I got robbed. Like, where's the lens? You don't get a lens. When you buy them brand new, they don't give you lenses. The lens is sold separately. So the beautiful thing about venue projectors is you can go and you can swap out your lenses. That's why you don't see a lot of venue projectors in ultra short throws, because they make the lens to make it ultra short throw. You can buy detachable lenses. Depends on which ones you get too. Now the ones that have the buttons on the side with the quick release, you just press and you turn and knock them out.
they're a lot more easier. But then you have to watch out when you go on eBay and you buy these projectors, because some people will pull the lens out because the lens costs more than the projector. They can get more for the lens than the projector if it's an older model. And they'll turn the projector on to give you the illusion that the lens is in there, but the lens is not in there. You're just seeing the light coming off the projector with the lens not in it. And they took the picture from a distance. So if you see 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, exposed, that means the lens is not in there. How do you know all this? Because I buy a lot of brand new projectors. That's all I know. Did I put the whatchamacallit here? I think I was missing one in here. Is that the block of ice? That can't be the block of ice. What was the one we just did here? Oh, that was the outdoor 1,000 lumens as it was. Yeah, I get that one right there. Let me put that in like so. Boom. That was 1,000 lumens outside in the rain. Let's go with the 1100 lumen challenge. Outside 1100 lumen challenge. Did you just say Newman? You just already said Newman. When did we do this? Finding all kinds of crazy stuff on demonstrations we forgot we did. No, it's outside 1100 lumens to Newman. Lumens. But your brings up flashlights. Lumens. Let me see. Outdoor projection screen. Typing around my. There we go. That'll be us. Okay, we're outside with 1100 lumens. Sony. We're around 10 feet back from the screen. This is 1100 lumens. At around 7 o'clock. Painting the projection screen outside. Let's see, painting. Definitely spelled that in mine. Said painting. Painting the projection screen, really? Nope, that's not supposed to be there. Oh, we definitely have to do that one too. Ah, that's the motorized projection screen I did outside. Hoo-yah! Yeah, another outside demonstration. Let me see, demonstration, see painting a projection screen outside. Oops, sorry, no, that's supposed to be there. What projector is he using? A TONZOL. What is that? Oh, no, forget it. I'm not even going down that road. We're not doing projector rants today. Should have put gray in there, literally, because we did gray screens. They're all going to pop. Those will pop up. Oh, yes! Was looking for this one. This is one of the ones I was looking for. Come on, man, pop. What's going on here? Come on, it's mine. Give me that. What you doing? Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, probably wondering what you're looking at here. This is just a workshop. Right. And we're going to do that one because I can imagine myself in here at night trying to configure that Wi-Fi back and forth, which is a freaking headache. Did you see that? Look at that. It just shows you how to win out. Hold on, 7 o'clock. 7 or 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to definitely this one. I have some people tell me, well, look, if I have a 43 on my projector, 5,000, 6,000, doesn't make a difference. Pretty soon, I think Monday, my 5,000 lumen will be here, and we'll do that demonstration outside also on 5,000 lumens. Wait, we're not 5,000 outside? What are we using? You're not picking up anything on the white screen. And that's what I mean by contrast is everything. I think I know where I can get that demonstration from. I need a demonstration for outside panel demonstration. That's a pretty good one. Can we switch over to this one? Light gray screens, and if it's a light gray screen, it does the exact same thing. Here we go. Found it. How we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Lumen. Gray screen looks like outside. This is a Supreme 8. We did an outside panel demonstration why the screen was on, why the projector was on, to show you why our technology is more superior. There we go. Wash out. Finish the whole section. Some of it, I'm going to do the whole. Again, people out there told me you have ambient rejection technology. We could paint that screen outside. That was an 8. Can we pick up pretty colors? Yes, we can. So that just gives you an idea exactly how much you're missing from your picture. This is why black technology is the best. This is why, when you see me post these demonstrations, just call out to the computer and just give me what I need. This is why, like I said, we have people, those individuals that want to make our products look like they don't work. Because you're threatened by us. You are definitely threatened by our technology. We could do this easily outside. Your product wouldn't even show up. Matter of fact, that is your product up there. We know it is, Mr. J. That's your product up there. I painted over your product outside, white, clean, just like that, and basically showed you why your product doesn't work. That gray house paint doesn't work for Jack. It's not even tested right. But this is the reason why they have to do those demonstrations. This is why among the nayers, I must be the most hated one in screen paints. Of course, because my technology is that good, and you know it's that good. In the demonstrations I just post alone, I may make that all a challenge. As a matter of fact, I am going to make that a challenge. The reason why they don't do our demonstrations is because their products don't work. They had to stay on the crutch projectors. They had to stay in the dark environments. It doesn't work at all, period. see what we got behind us. Let me show you something here. See that light pushing through my windows? There you go. Now let me know when you can do that in your demonstrations. You can't, because your products don't work. You got gimmicks at the end of the day. You're sitting in there in dark environment, overpriced, powerful projectors. You're faking it. That's what you're doing. I'm in a live demonstration, pulling up my demonstrations that I can call at command because I have so many demonstrations on YouTube, on so many test demonstrations, and we can back this up on so many levels it's not even funny. And I can turn around and show you the screen right behind me while we got light pushing through my windows, and I'm back here watching fish. Nothing's rehearsed. All right, did I get this one? This one I got already, right? Did I get this one on the other one? Make sure we got these. Yeah, we got them right there. And we ran out of players, so we got to put more in there. All right. I think a couple more crazy ones. We got two. So I'll grab this one right here. That's why they couldn't stand it when we had customers asking questions like, hey, where's your test? They don't want to hear that at the end of the day. They do not want to hear you ask them about tests because they haven't done any tests. That's why they don't want to hear you say it. And they can't fake that one. If you're just now doing the test after you sold the product, then there's a problem there. If you sit back and say, well, Ken, hey, you got this product over here called the Omega Black. I never seen any tests on it. Omega Black basically used to be a professional 44. It was just upgraded with 3 elements. That's it. So I can go back to the professional 44 and I can pull up all the tests under that technology that made that product what it is. The enhancer that that technology received was Heightener to pull up higher white levels, darker contrast, and it built beautiful colors. It still has all the technology capabilities it was designed to do under a 44. It just was enhanced to be a 48. So I can go back and I can pull all those test demonstrations up, boop, and pop them. There you go. All my screen paints have tests. Y'all don't have those. So if I ask you a question, what's the difference between your product and bare silver screen? You can't even give me that. So what am I buying? What am I really getting in that container when it gets to my house? Let's see where we want to go play next. Let's see. Ambient light rejection demonstration screen paint. First things first, my name is Kenneth Burt. I'm the Light These Screens Can Reject. Now this is our new screen paint. This is the Luminous Ambient Light Rejection Cinema paint. And this paint right here basically can be coated on just about any surface. I mean, any surface. As I said before, you're worrying about lights. The other company, you're worrying about lights being 21 feet up in the air. That's not 21 feet. Those lights are literally sitting right in front of that screen. This is why I sit here and not to be rude. I think I'm being rude because when I look at other people's demonstrations and I'm saying this is a joke, it is a joke. You know, how in the world do you have these little bit of lights sprinkling out in the environment? You got to be kidding me. We got lights that we can literally sit right on top of the screen. I'm not being rude because I was like, well, you're just being rude. You're just hating. No, it's not hating. How in the world you have expensive projector? You got to be kidding. One guy had $25,000 worth of hardware in this demonstration. And he's sitting in the dark. We can sit there and do that same demonstration with lights literally attached to the screen. We can do them outside. What's the problem? I had to stick a screen out on the ledge to show that basically sunlight can basically eat away at the lumens and it can still push through that and still maintain an image on the other end. Demonstrations correctly, I swear. Oh man. Look at this. DMP supernova. You see how dark the environment they have for the testing? And the problem I have here, look how dark the walls are. Sevens demonstration versus black paint. Seven technology, black paint. We've been doing black on black demonstrations way before sevens. And so I said that you should be doing demonstrations on gray versus gray.
And as you can see, the Supreme 7 level white levels are absolutely outstanding. We have to extend. This is right now. And keep in mind, the projector I'm using is just 720p. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to grab me a white screensaver. That's white screensaver. Yeah, this is pure white. So this is a white screensaver. This is just pure white. There's no abstract in between, no different colors back and forth. It's just a straight white screensaver. That's what I'm using.
Right there, and give me.
So you can see the difference between the two.
Oh, come on, I didn't ask for
Using a straight white screensaver. So we're going to do a snow demonstration. That's me. You see a shadow kicking from the side? That's me.
This is the last one to do. We'll have. I don't want this page crowded with. We got a lot of demonstrations. We even got a demonstration page. I thought I put more of the berserk ones here.
Good look. It's exactly what I'm showing you. Let me come over here and move my cell phone over here. I have my cell phone over here. So that's why I did the demonstration using the straight white levels, showing you exactly what you're really getting. See the difference in the snow? See how white the snow is here? See how dingy and dirty is here? That's flat black paint. So that's what you get from flat black paint if you try to produce white levels.
Let's go with the ambient light demonstrations. Ambient lights, projection screens, screen paints. Are you kidding me? What is this supposed to be? A reset color. Light demo demonstration? No, your demonstration is way too dark. See that wall right there? You see how dark that wall is? No. You're supposed to have a lot more light than that. That wall is too dark right here. It's never supposed to be that dark. No. That's us.
hit a white screen and look like crack. All right, so let's begin. By the time it hits the screen, it's going to lose lumens, keep in mind. You're going to taste them with the light. Now if I were to knock out the lights.
And that's when a great technology we're developing, a silver, I think it's silver. Yeah, silver technology we're developing. Black technology would absorb that with no problem. I want this one right here.
Hit a white screen and look like crack. All right, so let's begin. Let's start off something with, here we go. Yeah, we'll do a couple demonstrations besides fish today. It just shows you how our technology is true ambient light rejection technology. This is why my customer.
Environment's too dark. See that discoloration to the wall? It's not supposed to look like that.
That's poor. And the reason why that's poor, because number one, and I'll tell you why, the environment is too dark. Why are you guys just obsessed with these freaking dark environments? What the freak is wrong with y'all? I'm not talking about my cousin, I'm talking about literally people who do these dark environments. What is wrong with y'all?
This is what we got.
That's not a fully lit environment.
Here. So right now it's 7:09. Because I need this on record.
This is ambient light rejection technology. That's how it's supposed to function. See the angle gain on this? Way over. See my angle gain right there? I'm taking this one.
Somewhere along the way, more has
really.
replaced meaningful. But when the everyday excess falls away,
Sorry about that. One second.
we can find
Stand on
Unprecedented GE appliance deals that are pretty much President's Day.
Ouch. George, that's a 200-inch screen. Yeah, I need that thing.
Get this GE slide-in front control range and GE over-the-range microwave for only $10.79. Clean up with this GE Profile 5 cubic foot washer with smarter wash technology and flex dispense. Or this GE Profile 7.4.
What's that demonstration we did for, let me see.
Only $6.99
Let's
each.
see.
Shop these President's Day deals and more at
that was a
Air
ceiling.
Appliances. For 75 years of small
Might have put the
business,
ceiling
discounted
demonstrations in there
shipping
too. Oh, here we go. Ultima GT 1080. Outside demonstration, Ultima GT. I don't think I have a demonstration here. Outside demonstration, it's supposed to be Ultimate. It's supposed to be Ultima GT 56. It's a 56 or 55. I think it's a 56. 5600. Let me see. That's the Ultima GT 56 inside. I want this one. So for the fellow who did the demonstration on that little tiny screen in that dark environment, this is how it's done. You're supposed to be in a fully lit environment.
Let's get this little show started right here so you can see this. And that's one thing I love about our ambient light rejection technology.
The reason why, like I said,
because
smaller
we can
screens
use
and more
these screens
compressed
in fully lit
image.
environments. Don't have to worry about sitting in the dark 24/7 because you own a projector.
Let me do these side by side, one inside and one outside. I think it was a 55 we had outside too. 55 was
Take the
outside,
lights
that
out.
was.
You can really have some fun here.
So let me see here. That's the 55, so the 56, the 55 was outside. So we had both projectors, 5500.
Now, the aluminum fixed frames,
Yeah, we had both of them. I had the 55 and 56.
what are you doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the
And that completes my section over there.
This is what I'm doing demonstrations on a different level. As you can see out here, we have no form of ambient light controlled environment. You have to be the push bar when it comes to your technology. Now, like I said, doing demonstrations inside the home is easy. It's a cakewalk for our technology. When we do demonstrations outside, it just shows you the ability of what our screens can do. Everybody tippy-toes around demonstrations, but nobody wants to go straight forward, and this is what we do. Bring in more of a nature scene there. I like the scenery, but I want to bring in some deep blue colors, something natural.
Hey, nice boys. Unmatched and unchallenged.
Demonstration on this level. Ultra short throw outside. Now, as we said, the requirement for the screen paint has to be used with projectors of 3,500 lumens and up. You can use ultra short throw and long throw projectors.
Now, if anybody wants to argue that with me or debate, why our demonstrations are unmatched, unchallenged, and why we consider our technology to be the best on the market inside and out. Feel free to complete all my demonstrations. That's it. That's all you have to do. Every last one of them. And mind you, these demonstrations, the majority of them are live. So, like I said, it's up to you if you want to challenge me on that. Keep in mind, it will be expensive testing, so you know that. You'll have to buy a lot of projectors, and I mean a lot of projectors, and you have to be in different environments, in different areas. You got your work cut out for you. On top of that, on giant screen sizes. I didn't even add the 250-inch. Well, I should add 250-inch screens in there. I should have. Yeah, I'll put them in there. I'll put the monsters in. The 250s, 180s, the dual 180s, and we did 180, dual 150s. We'll put those in there.
And the contrast levels.
What do we got here?
I always say don't claim your technology to be good. Back it up.
Back it up.
Look at this.
Challenge your background.
All right. Thank you for your time. I gotta go. God bless.
Let's put in.
Electricity is more than a source of energy. For Lexus, it's a feeling.
Put in monster 250s where we at. Let's see. We're going to call this the Monster Screen Challenge. Our Monster Screen Challenge. Now we know for a fact that a gray and white screen do not pick up. Not picking up at 250 inches, not going to happen. I don't care what projector you set out there, it's not going to work. Higher the lumens you on your projector, the faster your rate's going to wash out. So you can't go down that road. And you can't be too low, because then that's going to be an issue too, also too. And we use venues outside, so we know venues don't work on gray products or white screens. But majority, most screens you're going to find outside are going to be white anyway, you know. That's what you're going to be dealing with. We should read this right. Oops. Yeah, let's do painted black. No. No, really, seriously? Come on, give me that. Go with monster. Black. Let's make this heavy. Yeah. There we go. That's how you make the letters heavy, people. Make them heavy. Like boom, 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 boom. Put that shake into it like an earthquake. Boom. there's a little trick to this too. I showed you how to do this already. But basically, it's how you time it. When this hits, the rest of the screens have to jump later, like the effect, the ripple effect. Oh, we're not gonna do that on here. I did that in the other screen setup. All right, monster screen setup. Let's see. Let's go get an image video right here. Yeah. That'd be nice. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna check that out later on. See video boxes. Okay, why are you even there? We just go process this already. Why are you even there? There we go. We're done. All right, that's good. That's all we need. All right, let me see. 250-inch screen, black. That's 200. That can't be us. We should say outside. That'd have been a lot easier. That's 200. What screen was outside? Was the Titans? Titans were outside. Let me see. Titan. 250-inch screen outside. Titan. There we go. That's a Titan. Titans were outside. Do you have any idea? I was playing Dragon Ball Z on this thing. Gee whiz, the screen was huge. This screen is a monster. You win.
I just ordered a dozen bungees. We're gonna bungee this thing down so it sits.
This is when we did the brick system. Brick system didn't do too well. Brick system went in different directions. I'm getting me another one of those screens. The giant 250s, I'm getting another one. I'm gonna put these in here real quick. The sunbather. All right, let me go grab, let me see, there's the giant screen. I'm gonna do the other one too. Let's go with 250-inch black screen. 250-inch. There we go.
The thing that's different about a Virgo vacation home, you always have the whole place to yourself. No stranger at the dinner table making things awkward, or in another room taking up space. It's just you and your people. Because why would you ever share your vacation home with someone you wouldn't share your vacation with?
forgot about this. This screen we built with grommets. Okay, how we doing out there first? Like I said, the portable screen, the playable screens are amazing, but some people forgot about those. Who made those screens? This is the regular, this is the dual 150s. Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Burke. My company is Heightener Technology Screens. We're outside on our Chrissy projectors, dual setup. Over here we have our 250-inch screens painted with our advanced ambient light projection. This is our Black Phoenix 19 technology. We're painted on 2 fabric screens, as you can see. We're outside at, what time we got? Alexis, what time is it?
It's 5:09 p.m.
So 5:09 p.m. We're outside doing demonstrations, and as you see, the screens look absolutely incredible. So I'm going to start right here for a minute. I can get some even ground here. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit lumpy and bumpy. Lumpy and bumpy. Do 150 inches. Oh, I forgot about this one. We did a styrofoam screen. We should have the screen. This is the styrofoam screen. Man, we're going to have to put some paint on demonstrations in there too. All right, we have this here. I'm going to put on in here in this section. I'm going to put on paint on. We have another section in here. So I'm going to expand this a little bit more. So this one I'm going to put in. I'm going to put in, let's see. outside the box. Okay, other way. That is a styrofoam projection screen right there.
Around next week, it will come with a blackout cross surface and LED lights. It'll be only available in quartz. Quartz size, we're paying 100 inch to 127 inch.
So just to educate somebody real quick that mentioned this in one of their videos, Danny, let me explain something to you. That's a styrofoam projection screen. It's not the styrofoam that you use. It looks like an English muffin with all the nooks and crannies. This is called insulation styrofoam. They use it for garages. Some people use it for studios and stuff like that. That's what this is. It's very smooth. They make it in two different colors. They make it in a purple and they make it in a seafoam green. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm more educated when it comes to this kind of technology today because, again, I have more experience than you do. Nobody in their right mind is going to paint an actual styrofoam screen because, number one of the problems it's going to have is it's going to have a ton of those nooks and crannies, which is going to make it virtually impossible for you to paint over because you're going to see these white areas pushing up through the screen where the areas are not being hit by the paint. What you use is something called insulation styrofoam. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because a YouTuber went out and made a statement about me. He wouldn't use a styrofoam screen. Actually, it's a fantastic idea. Number one, it's extremely cheap, it's lightweight, and it sticks right to the wall, and you're done. That's basically about it. It takes nothing to hang it up. This actually has 3 different individuals, and you can't see it because the technology doesn't allow you to see it. Now, if you're using a thin water-based coating, which has a lot of water in it, you're going to see all the imperfections and problems and creases and lines in the screen because the product is too thin because there's a lot of water in it. But this is a styrofoam screen. If you ever happen to pop on and see one of these demonstrations, you know that I pointed this directly towards you so you can understand this is how it's done. Feel free to copy the idea. So this right here is the styrofoam I purchased right there. That's the styrofoam panels. They use that for basically insulating garages and stuff like that.
For around $8 for 6 strips.
Really smooth. And then with our technology applied to it, it looks like that in a fully lit environment. It's not a bad idea actually doing another styrofoam projection screens. Those things are so cheap to put in, it's not even funny. What do you think about that? I'll go to Home Depot and get myself another styrofoam, some more styrofoam surface, build me a styrofoam screen. But that's what that is. I had to point that out because, yeah, the fellow made a very ignorant comment about I wouldn't go as well as using styrofoam because it would crack, it would be brittle. You don't know much. That's what I said at the end of the day because everybody knows there's several different versions of styrofoam that they make. And one of the styrofoams they make is called insulation styrofoam, which is extremely smooth. That's why. But your product wouldn't work on it because it's so thin and watery and so thin that those screens, when you slap them together, there's going to be creases in between. You have to be able to cover those without being seen, which means you need a thick base product to do that, and you don't have that. So it wouldn't work. But this is a fantastic way for the customer to have an amazing screen. It doesn't cost a lot of money because when people are worried about the surface or what they're going to paint it on, and like I said, very easy to hang.
And mind you, the projector I'm using, this is in 720p.
So there's 3 panels, a couple panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 panels in here, all put together. You can't see them. It looks like one screen.
So my projector behind me is XGA, 720p projector. Notice it's 720p.
Is that the NP1150 I think I had in that demonstration?
No 4K upscaling,
Yep.
no from 4K whatsoever. That's one of the things I found funny. 3700.
So the projector that, let's just say, I want to put him in the video or anything. Let's just say Jamie had in his video. He had an NEC 1150. I had 6 of those. That's actually, I have 2 of them in this demonstration. I've had multiple of these projectors before. Yeah, this is not a venue projector. It's considered to be a home theater projector, even though it has interchangeable lenses and it's like 4,500 lumens or 4,300 lumens at a time. Yeah, it's considered to be a home theater. They don't consider these to be venue projectors. I stated one of these to be a venue. No, it's not.
The projector. We're doing this in 720p. You can paint on that? Yes. You can paint it on it.
Let's go over here and let's grab and see. Did we get this video right here? This is styrofoam screen. I actually painted over a blanket one time too. I did not find that demonstration to a freaking blanket. And glass, painted over glass. Let me see if I gotta get back in here. I got my 250s to do. How many 250s we gotta do on this one? Let's see. Blanket projection screen. Yeah, told you. I painted over a blanket. Boy, I get bored, man. I do some crazy stuff. A wool blanket projection screen. Man.
What's everybody doing out there? First of all, my name is Kenneth Berg. I'm the creator of Crystal H. Now keep in mind, the plastic screen is still wet, so it's still drying, where the blanket screen is already dry. All right, that looked fantastic. Let's come over and grab something else really quick before my time runs out of here. Let's see. Let's grab this one right here real quick.
Yeah, painted over a blanket.
Okay, start that.
Let's see. Bed sheet projection screen. Yep, that'll be us.
Sheet into a projection screen. You don't have to buy expensive blackout cloth. Grabbing my roller, using everyday nap foam roller. That's it. Paint the screen. Show easy that I'm going to turn this bed sheet into a projection screen because
Yeah, so I was sitting there because I used to buy Carl's blackout cloth, and I used to use that basically for our screens and stuff. So one day I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking I'm at Walmart, and I'm like looking at the sheets. I'm like, how come I can't use that as a projection screen? Because it'd be so much cheaper. You know how much money I have to pay for Carl's? It's like $50 to like $90. I'm looking at this $7 bed sheet. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna turn that into a projection screen. And so be it. There you go. So it shows you how to save money with our products instead of figuring out exactly what you're going to paint it on. Just go to Walmart and buy a $7 bed sheet. And how did it turn out? Well, as we painted it right there.
I'm going to go with that now.
And this is the results.
Like I said, the screen is still wet. It's still drying.
We do everything outside the box. Nothing we do is normal. It's not supposed to be normal. You gotta do things that are crazy. Painting fiberglass. Painting fiberglass. Painting fiberglass. Fiberglass. Painting fiberglass. Projection screen. Let's see. Yeah, because you can have
basically most of that with automobile and spray paint and all that sort of that. Projection screen. Let me get my keyboard over here. This is a weird way to type. Projector screen. Is this something like? Oh, this was fiberglass. I don't know if the other one is dead. 4x8 wallpaper. This is invisible black technology. Yeah. Insane, isn't it? Some crazy stuff. And we have that technology too. Just won't find it on the website. Those are for company orders. Let me see. We're gonna put this one at. I'm gonna put this right here, and this one's done. Actually, yeah, I painted over a blanket. I had a guy who saw the demonstration say, "You painted over a blanket?" I said, "A blanket." Yeah, I got bored one day and I was thinking, I wonder if I can turn this into a projection screen. So yeah, I used a blanket, and it worked fantastic too. Did bed sheets. Did styrofoam, did plexiglass. Yep. Now we're back over here on the giant 250s. Let's see. No, it's not going there. 250 inch. Black 250 inch movie screen outside. Oh, that's awful. That is really awful. I'm just now seeing that. That is really bad. That's the reason why it doesn't work with ultra short. That is really, really dark. All right, look, I'm gonna show you. This is bad. This is extremely bad. Good gracious, you've got to be freaking kidding me.
The new.
That screen's coming up that dark? Are you kidding me? That's really bad. Do you see how bad that is? That's Partay's product. Oh, sorry, not Partay. Danny's. That is extremely bad. Gee whiz Louise. That is very dark. Look how dark the sky is. Look, that's daytime. Look how dark the sky is coming up. This is why it doesn't work on ultra short throws, because it has a problem. It can't collect white light. That is literally black paint. Look how dark that's coming up. That's absolutely horrible. You can't even see the people in the background, how dark that is. That's horrible, man. That's absolutely bad. That's your outside black technology? Are you kidding me? That is poor. That is extremely poor. That's extremely poor. My goodness, man. This is supposed to be your black technology. This is why your website, I hate to say it, we got to go on this guy on this one. That is horrible. That's not sweet. That is poor. That is very poor. That should never be that dark. Gee whiz. You don't know anything about black technology. That is poor. That is very poor. That is poor. That's extremely poor on a black screen. Extremely poor. Look at this. What the heck is that right there? Oh man, you've got to be kidding me. This is supposed to be your black technology? Look at the skin tones. The skin tones are so dirty.
And then there's streak marks right here, here, and here, and the screen where it didn't take well, right up in here. Look at that. That's awful. See how blotchy it looks? That's extremely blotchy. That's bad. That's extremely bad. You don't know anything about black technology. There's no way in the world it should ever be that dark. I know these demonstrations. That is really, that's awful. That's supposed to be a blue sky. That's the video for Dubai when you do the demonstration. See how dirty the images are, kind of the smudge they are? That's oil in there. It looks like an oil substance in there. That looks really bad. This is supposed to be your outdoor screen paint? That is awful. Look at that. You can't even see the lights on the cars going on the highway. It's supposed to be super bright. Look at that. There's supposed to be a white. Is that a white level? Oh, God. That is nasty. I'm sorry, people. That's nasty. That's never supposed to be that dark. Never. Ever supposed to be that dark. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. It's not even clean. That's dirty, man. Your screen is very, very dirty. That's supposed to be bone white right there. The whole purpose of this demonstration is basically so you can see the lights coming really bright on the city and you see the cars moving back and forth. That's very dirty. This is how your demonstration should have displayed. Right here. That's too dirty. I can tell that's dirty. It looks like a lot of black. It looks like black paint. And that's how black paint reacts. If we did enough tests on black versus black, we can tell if a person, its image is coming up too dark. This is my customers. This is what his screen looks like outside. See how clean that image looks? That's how that's supposed to look. It's supposed to be clean. Your image is dirty. It's a lot of dark in it. Which means your screen's not reading a white level. That's the problem. It's not picking it up. That's how it's supposed to look. For that screen to come up that dark and that muddy, that's extremely bad. That's a lot of, what can I say? It's a lot of black paint in there. A lot of black paint. A little bit of white. I can tell how your product's made already from the door just by looking at the demonstration. That's black and white paint, but it's more black paint than white paint. That's what it is. That's why it's getting that reaction. Tell me if I'm wrong, if I didn't guess your product, how your product's made. And the new stuff right now, that's 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure the new stuff has a bunch of water in it. That's pretty bad. That thing was very muddy. Guarantee you that's a whole lot of black paint with white paint in it. A little bit of white paint. Never supposed to be that dirty. See, I can tell these are called black versus black demonstrations. So when that image comes up looking like that, we can tell exactly if there's a lot of black paint in there. And there's a whole lot of black paint in there. Look. Partay, I'm doing Danny. I can't call it Danny at the end of the day. I understand you want to slander my products at the end of the day. But look, this is coming from an individual who basically, that screen should have never been that dark. I'm sorry, we got to come in. We got to talk about you, man. We got to talk about you. That's the most worst outdoor screen I've ever seen. And it's a shame. I feel sorry for customers who walked in and ended up getting that dirty screen. We got to come back and talk about this dirty screen. This is really dirty. A screen should never, ever be that dirty and that dark. We got to come back on this. We'll be back. Hold on, before we leave, let me go check out my screen over here. Boom! All right, we got to talk about this dirty screen.